Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss circles chapter number 1 from Mathematics 2B for inter second year. Before going to the video, I want to tell few things. What is that? We are going to see the only important problems which are repeatedly asked in your examination from this chapter, and one more thing, the formulas related to that question, concept related to the question, and step by step solution. And with that, I will be providing a PDF solution for all the problems which we are doing here in the comment section. So let us start. That there are two types of problems in this chapter. What is that? For the LAQs, where you are giving 7 plus 7 marks, which means 2 LAQs will be asked in this chapter, which is a total of 14. But the total marks from this chapter is 22 marks, where 22 marks from this alone chapter. So where 7 plus 7, which means 2 LAQs will be asked. So the first LAQ will be maximum only based upon the concyclic, and the type 2 will be based on the direct common tangent, which is shortly called as DCT and TCT, transverse common tangent. So let us see our type 1, and I assure you that you will be getting 7 out of 7 marks if you are completely watching this solution, where in this question he is asking a question based upon type 1, whereas it is concyclic. Concyclic means the given set of points will be lying on the same circle or not. In this question, the question says that show that the points 1, 2, 3, minus 4 and 5, minus 6 and 9, 8, which are the given 4 points to you, and it is asking you are they concyclic or not. Yeah, on this type of problem there is again one question where you will be given only three points, where you will be given only 3 points. So let us see the 4 points, how to solve that, and you need to find the equation of the circle. So the formula here which will be used in the complete procedure is only one formula. What is that? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, which is the standard formula. So consider this equation as a standard equation of this problem. So the first step here is let us x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c be the equation 1, which is the equation of the circle. So now the given point, first point, what it is? 1, 2. So what is 1, 2? Given point, it is x and it is y. Just a substitute. Instead of x you have to substitute 1, and instead of y you have to substitute y here, right? So just substitute the points. I will be substituting for the one point. You can go for the third and the second and third points as well. The same procedure will be followed. So what is the first one? X. Instead of x you have to substitute y. So which means 1 square plus 2 into 2 square plus 2g. As we don't know g and f, which are the center of the circle, so you just need to write as it is. So instead of x you have to write 1 plus 2 into f, because we don't know f. Now y is 2 plus c, and even we don't know the constant term of this. So just simplify this. I'll be simplifying first equation. The rest procedure will be the same for the second and third equation as well. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4 plus 2g plus 2 into 2. What it will be? 4, right? 4f plus c equal to 0. And just simplify again, because constant terms take it one side. 4f plus c plus, what is 4 plus 1? 5. So name it this equation as equation 2. Now as we have substituted 1 comma 2 in the equation 1, instead of x comma, in the place of x comma y, you will get an equation 2. The similar step will be followed for getting equation 3 and 4. You can choose any of the points, the rest 3 points from which you can substitute this. So for getting equation 3, you have to substitute 3 comma minus 4. Just pause the video and start substituting if you are solving right now, and the solutions will be given to you. No worry to copy and all. So just substitute 3 in place of x and minus 4 in place of y in the complete equation, and the equation 3 will be 6g minus 8f plus c plus 25 equal to 0. And similarly, I have chosen the next third point, which is 5 comma minus 6. So instead of, and in the next step now, after getting the equations, 4 equations, you just need to reduce the equation 2, 3, 4. So to get the unknowns, what are the unknowns? G, F are unknowns, and C is also an unknown. So just we need to solve this equation and reduce 3 equations to the 2 equations. So in the first step, we will be reducing equation 4 minus equation 3, which means we are subtracting 4 minus 3, and the next step will be 3 minus 2. Just you need to reduce these equations into two equations. So in the first step, we'll be reducing equation 4 minus equation 3, which means just you are subtracting equation 4 minus 3, then 3 minus 2. So if 4 minus 3, what is the equation 4? Just write it down here. 10g minus 12f plus c plus 61, which is your equation 4, minus, you need to multiply each term with that minus. So I'll be writing minus 8f plus c plus 25. This is your equation 3 minus, so which is equal to 0 here. And now 10g, just substitute, multiply with the minus terms. 10g minus 12f plus c plus 61, plus into minus will be minus 6g, minus of minus will be plus 8f plus c plus 25. Sorry, plus into minus will be minus 25, which is equal to 0 here. So what is 10g minus 6g, which is 4g minus 12f plus 8f. So it will be minus 4f and plus c and minus c get cancelled here. So what is again 61 minus 25, which is 36, which is equal to 0. And there is no space, I'm continuing here again with that same. So what we got here, 4g minus 4f plus 36. So we can take common, what 4 we can take common. So when 4 is common here, it will be g minus f plus 9 into 4 9 36. So this is our equation. So we can name this equation as equation 5. Now we just need to do equation 3 minus equation 2. When we did equation 4 minus equation 3, we got an equation 5. And when we do 3 minus 2, we will get one more equation called 6. So here is the equation 3 and this is the equation 2. Just multiply the minus sign. So what it will be? 6g minus 8f plus c plus 25 minus into plus is minus 2g plus into minus again minus 4f plus into minus is minus c and minus 5 equal to 0. Now just cancel the similar terms. What is that? Plus c and minus c get cancelled and 6g minus 2g is 4g. And name this equation as 4g minus 12f minus plus 20 as equation 6. So we did very easy steps. Just we have substituted in the equation 1 and we got two equations. Just now solve these two equations, you will get your answer where you can get the equation of the circle. So you can use any of the method 5 to solve this, because you have only two variables g and f. You can use elimination method or some other method which you know. So let us see the calculation now. So now solving equation 5 and 6, but you can see that equation 6 can also be reduced. So you can reduce it with 4, because we can take 4 common, which will be 4 means 4 is common here, g minus 3f plus 4 5 is 20. So which is your equation. So let this equation be equation 4. When we take 0 this side, so 4 will be eliminated. So what is your equation 6? Equation 6 is g minus 3f plus 5 equal to 0. Now solving this, generally I prefer FCGF method. What is that? FCGF. So just write the terms. What is the coefficient term of f? Is minus 1 and c is the constant term, which is 9. G is again constant term, coefficient term of g you have to write, and for f it is minus 1. Similarly for the sixth equation, what is the coefficient of f is minus 3 and c is 5, and the next term g is coefficient of g is 1 and f is minus 3. So just cross multiply each of the term. There is no space. I will do the calculation from starting here. Simplification is very easy. So just write first g by f 5 and 1 by. So you just need to cross multiply. 1 into minus 5 is minus 5, and by default there will be a minus in the formula itself. So minus 3 into 9, 3 9 is 27, which is minus 27, and f is this, cross multiply 9 into 1, and by default minus 5 into 1 is 5, and 1 into minus 3 is minus 3, and minus of some formula, and minus into minus 1 is minus 1 here again. So just simplify this. So g by this will be minus f plus 57 is equals to f by 9 minus 5 is minus 4, and here you can do the calculation directly. Minus 3 minus into minus will be plus and 1. So just reduce this and compare with the constant. So here just compare g and f with the constant. So g by 22 is equals to 1 by minus 2, and f by 4 is equals to minus 1 by 2. So just cancel the terms here. 2 1s are 2 11s are 2 1s are and 2 4s are, and this send this term there. So what will be your g value? Will be minus, because here minus is there. So g value will be minus 11, and the leftover term will be 2 here. So f by 2, when we transfer 2 there, it will be f is equals to minus 2. So you got the unknowns g and f, which means these are the centers of the circle. So just you need to find the c. What is the term c in that equation? So you just substitute g and f values in the equation 2 or equation 3 or equation 4. So I am putting the values g comma f in the equation 2. When we got equation 2, that was when we substituted 1 comma 2 in the equation 1. So this is the equation 2, just need to substitute g and f values. So what will be 2 into minus 11 plus 4 into minus 2 plus c plus f is equals to 0. Just simplify minus 22 and 4 into minus 2 is minus 8 because minus sign plus c plus f is equals to 0. So what will it be? 22 minus 8 will be minus 30. So c minus 30 plus f is equals to 20 and this will be again c minus 25. Minus 30 plus 5 is 25 and this will have c minus 25 is equals to 0. When we substitute, push that minus 25 to this side. So what will be the value of c? C will be 25. So just substitute g, f and c value in the equation 1. You will get the equation of the circle. So the values g, f and my c values I am substituting in equation 1. So instead of g I am substituting minus 11 and instead of f I am substituting minus 2 and in place of c I am substituting 25. After simplifying I will get x square plus y square. 22 into minus 2 into minus 11 is minus 22 x, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 and plus 25. So this is the required equation of circle. What is this? Required equation of the circle. So with this you will get 7 out of 7 marks. Just one step is left over. You just need to substitute the point 19 comma 8 to show that it is a concyclic. You just need to substitute 19 comma 8 in this equation. Which equation? In this final equation of the circle which you got, just in place of x and y you just substitute, in place of x and y you just substitute 19 and 8. If LHS become to RHS, then you will get 7 out of 7 marks with this solution. So now just substituting 19 comma 8, we got 19 square and plus 88 square minus 22 into 19, 4 minus 4 into 8 and plus 25. So after substituting 19 square, 361, 8 square, 64 minus 22 into 19 is 490 minus 418 and 4 is 32 and 25. So this is 361 plus 64 is 425, 425 minus 80. Minus 18 is 7, 7 minus 32 is minus 25 and last term is plus 25. So you know minus 25 plus 25 is equal to 0. Hence the equation which we got is a concyclic equation. That's it. So you got 7 out of 7. So let us solve our another question which is 7 marks in your examination. So before going to solve the question, we will discuss the concept behind it. So what do you mean by a tangent? A tangent is a line which passes from a single point of the circle. So assume that this is a point P of x comma y which is a tangent. This line is called as a tangent which touches at a single point on the circumference. Did you understood? So here this question can be asked in 3 different ways in your examination. How many ways? 3 different ways, where in the first way it will ask directly to find the direct common tangents and in the second way it will ask to find the transverse common tangent, right? So in another way it can ask as a show that the points the circles are touching each other or a point of contact. It will ask to find the common tangent and a point of contact. The procedure will be same. So let us solve one question which will be solving these 3 models of question in one. So the procedure will be similar to one another. Just concentrate on the step by step solution. So with this question you can solve 3 questions. I will be providing the 3 different models in the PDF link where you can solve those questions. Just to see the steps how we are doing this. So the similar steps will be repeated. Find the equation of pair of direct common tangent to the circle. So 2 equations of circles are given. You just need to take the first equation as a s, x square plus y square plus 22x minus 4y minus 100 equal to 0. Just you need to find out the center. The formula for center is minus g comma minus f. You don't need to worry about the standard formula and getting minus a. Just a simple step. What is that? Coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? Change the sign and divide by 2. So after changing the sign it will be minus and after dividing by 2 it will be minus 11. And the similar step for getting f value or minus f value, you have to change the sign of this coefficient of y which is minus 4. So it will be plus 4 and divide by 2. So what is the rule? Change the sign and divide by 2 the coefficients of x and y. So you will get the center, right? The similar step, and again you have to find the radius of this circle. So what is the formula? R is equals to under root of g square plus f square minus c. So just substitute, as you got minus g and minus f values, you substitute the values 11 square plus minus 2 square and c value is this one. The last term is called the c here, right? So minus of minus will be plus and which will be under root of 225. The whole addition will be 225 and the root of 225 is 15, which is a perfect square. So similar step, and the another given equation is just name it as, let it will be a s dash, s or s dash. So this is the another equation. Again the same similar step, you have to change the sign of the coefficient of x and divide it by 2. So it will be 11 and change the sign of coefficient of y, which is 4, which will be minus if we are changing the sign, and divided by 2, so it will be minus 2. So we got the second center, which means that circle, second circle center you got. Then find the radius, the similar steps, and which after adding of all this one, we'll get the radius as 5. So I have written down the steps prior because we can save your time by writing the steps. I will be explaining. So what we got till now, C1 as the center one of the circle 1 and C2 is the center of the circle 2. So you just need to find the distance between these centers of the circle. So what is the formula we have learned in first year? X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square in the under root. So this is the distance formula. Just keep assume that this is x1, this is y1, and this is x2, and this is y2. Just substitute in place of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. After substituting, 11 minus of minus will be plus 22 whole square plus y2 minus y1. y2 is minus 2 and y1 is 2. Just substitute minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 it will be, and you will get the square of 22 is 484 plus 16. So the distance of C1 C2, the distance between these 2 points is root over 500. And the last step here is R1 is equals to 15, which we have already got from the radius, right? And R2 is the radius of the second circle, which we got 5. Now just sum it up. R1 plus R2 is 20. So we will see the condition with a diagrammatic representation, and only there are two more steps, main steps. This is the main important step. After you have to find, after finding C1 and C2 and R1 plus R2, you have to analyze that which is greater. Is C1 C2 greater or R1 plus R2 is greater? So obviously root over 500, which means the distance between these 2 points is greater than the sum of this radius. So what is the condition here which we got is C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, which means the distance from C1, which means the center of the circle 1 and the center of circle 2, distance between these 2 points is greater than the sum of the R1 and R2 of that circle. So just how they are intersecting externally. So we have to find this point where they are getting in contact, so that we can find the tangent of that line, right? So let us find, as they are touching externally, let us find the condition for that. As we have seen here, the circle, the tangents touches externally there, so they are not internally. If it is externally, then we have a formula called E of x1 comma y1 is equals to r1 x2 minus r2 x1 by r1 minus r2. And similarly, comma, the other coordinate will be r1 y2 minus r2 y1 by r1 minus r2. So you just need to know the r1 r2, which we have already concluded from that. So r1 r2 is 15 is to 1. So you can cancel 5 ones and 5 threes. So which is in the ratio 3 is to 1. And C1 C2 are the points which we have got from the center. So that points you have to substitute in place of x1 y1 and x2 y2. So after substituting the points, what is r1 here? R1 is 3, r2 is 1. So r1 into x2. x2 means, let us take x1 y1, x2 and y2. So 3 into 11 will be 33, and minus of, just substitute, just see here what are x1 y1 and r2 y2, r1 r2, just substitute, you will get the external center of stimulatoid, which means the point on that tangent. After that you need to find the slope of that line. Now you need to find only the slope of the tangent. So because we don't know the slope here, because slope is nothing but the inclination of that tangent. So we have an equation of direct common tangent, which is a formula here. DCT means for direct common tangent. Y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So what is x1 and y1? X1 y1 are the points of P, which we have concluded from the external points of similarity, right? So just substitute it, what it will be, y minus y1. y1 is minus 4, right? Minus 4 will be, minus of minus will be plus 4 is equals to, m is unknown to you because you don't know the inclination of that tangent, and x1 is 22. So just simplify this. After simplification, we got the equation of this tangent. So what is the equation? Mx minus y minus 22m minus 4. Just to simplify this, you will name this equation as equation 1. So you just need to find the m values. How to find it? It is a simple concept, you know, that when a tangent is passing through a point of any point on the circumference, the radius will be equal to that, which means a distance from a center, which is a point, distance from a point to the line is equal to the radius of it, isn't it? So I am considering circle 2 here. So whenever we draw a radius here, that radius will be equal. This distance will be equal. So what distance between point to the perpendicular line will be equal to the radius, isn't it? So just we have to substitute in the formula and we will get the two values of m. And here I have considered this circle too. So you just need to find the distance from a point to this line. So you have to find what is the formula. D is equals to ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over ax square is a square plus b square. What is ab here? The equation which we got after substituting the points, right? So what is that? Mx, the equation 1, you have to take the coefficient of x as a. So just I have substituted there. So a is what? Coefficient of x is a. Then x1 and y1. What we should have? You can consider the center of center 1 also, but I am considering center 2. So center 2 is 11. So x1 is 11 and y1 is minus 2. What is b here? Coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is minus 1. Minus 1 into y1. y1 is minus 2. Again, just simplify and the c value will be from the equation. So the equation is minus 22m minus 4. So substitute the c value and a square plus b square are the values which we have got already. Just square it. Minus 1 will be plus 1 because we are squaring it, and m will be m square. As b equal to r, after simplification we will get 11m plus 22 minus 22. So 11m minus 22m is minus 11m and plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2, and just send this denominator to that side, which will be multiplying with 5 into under root of m square plus 1. Then do squaring on both sides. What we have to do? Squaring on both sides. When we do squaring on both sides, it will become a minus b a plus b whole square because mod is there. So 121 m square plus 44 m plus 4, which is equal to, if we are squaring this side, the root square and root will be cancelled and 5 become 25, and just multiply all the term with that. Then bring this side 25m square plus 25 will after coming this side it will become minus, and after subtracting you will get the final equation as 96m square plus 44m minus m, which is in the form of a quadratic in terms of m. So just apply the quadratic formula. If you know factorization you can do that, but the easy way is to apply the quadratic formula and get the m values. So let us see, after applying the quadratic formula we'll get the m values too. Here after factorization we got the m value as m is equals to 7 by 24 or m equal to minus 3 by 4. As I told, you have to apply this formula. This is the quadratic formula for the one who don't know. Just substitute these values in place of a, b, c. Just substitute these values, we will get the m value. After simplification, now you need to consider two cases. Case 1 and case 2. So in the case 1, just substitute m value in the equation 1, which we have already got as the equation of dct, right? So in this equation, first substitute m is equals to 7 by 24 in the case 1 and m is equals to minus 3 by 4 in case 2. You will get two equations of the tangent, which means a pair of common tangent will be coming. So here after substitution, I got in place of m, just you need to substitute 7 by 24 for the first case, and for this you have to substitute 7 by 24 wherever m is there. So after simplification, I got an equation 2, which is a first tangent of that circle, right? So this is equation 2 is a tangent which is a line, and for the same case 2 is here, where we have to substitute minus 3 by 4 instead of m. So after simplification I got 2 and 3. So these 2 and 3 equations are the pair of common tangents to the circles given to us. So with this we have completed a very important LEQ which will be asked in your examination, and I will provide you the PDF of all the questions which are very important just to do practice. If you have any doubt, just in the comment section.